Hello everyone. In this video, we'll talk about the interview questions for automation tester related to Maven. So let's get through the questions related to Maven. So the first question, what is Maven? So Maven is basically a popular build automation tool that refers to basically Java-based projects, and it was developed by the Apache Software Foundation, and it supports POM, that's Project Object Model, that describes the project structure, dependencies, and configuration. So Maven basically specifies the process by automating, compiling, packaging, and deploying of software components. Overall, Maven is widely used in Java development community to manage complex build process, reduce time, and improve the overall project structures and organization. Now, once you are familiar with Maven, then the question comes, when should we use Maven? So the Maven build tool can be used in following condition. First, when projects has many dependencies. Second, when the versions of dependencies change frequently. Third, Maven make it simpler to handle continuous build integrations and testings. And the last one, when you need a quick way to generate document for source code. So this tool helps you to do that. Now, how does this Maven work? Now, usually it's as an interview that, okay, you're familiar with the Maven thing, you know when to use it. So tell how this complete thing works. So it's the simplest way to answer this question is that it reads the POM.xml file in first step. Second, the dependencies mentioned in POM.xml file are then downloaded from the central repositories in local repository. Finally, it builds and generates a report based on the requirement as well as handle the life cycles, phases, goals, plugins, and other tasks. That's three steps that defines the complete work of Maven. Now comes what type of elements are used to make a POM.xml file. So there are lots of elements. So just you can name the elements and just talk about it. Like the elements are project, model version, group ID, artifact ID, versions, dependencies, again, dependency, name, scope, packaging. Now all these names basically covers all the elements that's mentioned in pom.xml file. Now, what are the different types? Or basically, they can be asked, name different types of Maven repository. So usually there are three types of repositories for Maven. One is local, other one is central, and the third one is remote. So you can talk about these three repositories in short and then describe the repositories. Now comes explain pm.xml file. So this is one of the most favorite question every interviewer likes to ask. If you know about Maven project structure, so it's quite obvious that you need to know about pm.xml file. So it's usually it's asked to explain pm.xml file. So you can go with the definition saying that it's a project object model that refers to XML file with all the informations regarding project and configuration details. So PM is for that, keeping the information as well as configuration details. It has the description of project, information regarding the versions and configuration management of projects. The XML file in the project's home directory, when we tend to execute a task, Maven search for POM in current directory. So that's what POM does. So basically, it's a part of Maven and it supports the Maven whenever required. Now, what is Maven repository? Maven repository refers to the directory of packed jar files that contains metadata. Metadata means basically in Maven repositories, you will have the information of the files, or basically you can say the jar files related to the tools that's stored in form of dependency. So once you bring that dependency to your Maven project, so these dependencies are usually brought from the Maven repository web Maven repository. Basically, you can say a place where these files dependencies are stored. Bring it from there and use it in your project. That's what Maven repository is. Now, how can you use Maven plugins? So Maven plugins can be used in several ways. First, you can say built-in plugins, third-party plugins, and custom plugins. So basically, these are the different plugins that Maven basically use And these are the basic informations about these plugins. So just when you know about the plugins, you need to talk a little bit about it and then done. Now comes why are Maven plugins used? So Maven plugins are basically used to create a jar files, a war file, compile code files, unit testing of codes, and create project documentations. These are the reasons behind using this Maven plugins. Now, what is meant by the term dependencies and repositories in Maven? So dependencies refers to the Java library that are needed for the project, and repository refers to the directory of the packed jar files. So basically, these two are different things. Dependencies comes for the libraries that we are using in project, and repository basically refers to the directories where basically this jar files are tagged. So if dependencies are not present in local repository, then Maven download them from a central repositories and store in the local repositories. In Maven, dependencies refer to external libraries or modules that are required for a project, and dependencies can include jar files, POM files, and other resources. Now, when it talks about the repository, it's a collection of artifacts such as jar files and POM files that use as dependencies for Maven projects. So these two plays a different role in their executions. Now, where are Maven dependencies stored? So these Maven dependencies are stored in basically all the jar files, dependencies files. They are downloaded by Maven and stored in Maven local repository. Maven local repository is a folder location on local system where all the artifacts are locally stored. So in Maven dependency, refer to the external libraries or modules that are required by a project to compile, test, and run successfully. Dependencies can include the jar files, POM files, and other resources. So Maven uses a dependency management system to automatically download and manage dependencies from repository. So a repository is a collection of artifacts such as jar files and POM files that are used as dependencies for Maven project. So basically these are stored and used accordingly. So these are basically the Maven related questions that's usually asked in interviews. Apart from this, we have more interview questions, videos, uh, basically the questions related to Selenium, TestNG, Cucumber, GitHub. So if you have not watched those videos, then go watch them and don't forget to subscribe our channel as well as hit the bell icon and hit the share button if you like the videos. That's all in this video. See you with new topics in next video. Till then, bye bye. Thank you.